And they hate that. We'll come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On play action, Fields. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Handoff comes to Chubb. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now Fields. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Fields. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Swings this out for Hunt. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Love. Flush to his right. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
3rd and 2, Love with it. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Fields now to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Hunt. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Complete to his tight end Sample. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. No score after 1 on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Love now. He's got Mason complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll make this a 2nd down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Love looking to throw it. He gets it to Thomas.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. On play action. Love to throw. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A give running right is Chubb. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, here's Fields. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Fields. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On first down, it's Fields. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hunt. It'll be a gain of 5. And it's a 2nd down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
2nd and 5. They give the Chubb out of the gun. Gets around him. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. A run for Nick Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
I got you, boy. Check 59, Mike. 59.
Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Taking it about the 1. And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Love. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion.
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. Love from the gun.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Love. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
1st down, Love to pass.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Once more, here's Eckler. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
First down, going to the air with Love. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
Now a first down throw, Fields. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That catch good for only a couple.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Looking to throw again on second down. Fields eluding the pressure right. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
From the 50, here's Fields. It's caught by Hooper. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Throwing. Love. He finds his man. Complete. It's Mason. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but it's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at the 15. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got it.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun. Love. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now Love. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field, going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 8 coming up.
Let's go, defense. Get out the field, defense.
A shotgun snap, Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself, because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air. even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A give. This is Chubb. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off play action, Fields. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
A handoff, it's Eckler. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down and move it closer. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. McPherson's kick is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here in the 4th. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach made you say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Love's throw here into the hands of Boyd. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A give, Eckler running to the right, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
first carry for Samaje Perine. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. To throw now. Here's Love. He finds his man, complete. That's McKenzie. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Jordan Love ready on first down here. This is swung out to Eckler. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Love now. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Love. He completes it to Boyd. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 20-yard line.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around with the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
He was brought down by 19 hits. First and goal, Cincinnati.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. A throw out line to QT, complete. Touchdown Bengals. Kiki QT. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. They do tack on the extra point as well. And that makes it a 17-10 score. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Chubb. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the edge.
They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Sam Hubbard in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Fields. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
59 mark, check, 59. Watch the slant.
Back to throw. Another catch for Valdez-Scantling. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And now here is another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals have just about sewn up this football game. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.